Hi, welcome to Downtime Recap. Currently there is construction outside my window in case you hear some very weird noises through this recording. But today we're going to be talking a little bit about Trink, the CEO from FaZe Clan, and his opinions on Ninja as a streamer, and a few other things that could be interesting, especially like the discontinuation of the popular card game Artifact. But without further ado, we have a guest editor for the next two episodes of Downtime Recap, and that is Bethwell, who works with us here at Downtime. So enjoy the show! So it seems that the ghosts of Tsushima have had a little bit of a more positive effect on the locals from the actual island of Tsushima, and as such, one of the local mayors, or the mayor, has actually made the Sony game developers local ambassadors for the island. In the statement that they shared with the interview, they said the following: Fox and Connell spread the name of the history of Tsushima to the whole world in such a wonderful way, he said. Even a lot of Japanese people do not know the history of the Genko period. When it comes to the world, the name and location of Tsushima is literally unknown, so I cannot thank them enough for telling our story with such phenomenal graphics and profound stories. And it seems also in the article that Sony Entertainment is going to be helping them put out more information about the island of Tsushima. So this is one of the really, good ways that local municipalities have taken to a video game in their own location. And here for a short story, Artifact, the very popular card game that was made for Dota 2, which actually turned out to be not so popular, is now being discontinued by Valve, and the game is now being made free to play. So you can go download that on your Steam libraries today if you've ever wanted to give it a chance, or just check it out for yourselves. The game was launched during a Dota 2 major, and to much avail from everybody, everyone was like, what the fuck? Because nobody was expecting a card game to come out of Dota, but then again, having seen World of Warcraft and what they did with Hearthstone, and how popular that became, but unfortunately that hasn't been supported very well itself. So as such, Valve is now with Artifact 2 joining other games like Anthem 2 and canceling future development, and now we're going to be seeing what's going to be happening from here on. At least now you can play the game for free, so go try it out if you ever wanted to. But otherwise, let's see what happens. And then in a recent interview with Ralph Simon, the CEO of FaZe, Trink, who we also had in a previous segment, talking about his, understanding about esports and how to grow an esports company, which was super interesting to us, has now also given and shed some light on his own opinion on Tyler Blevins, also known as Ninja, and what he thinks that Ninja has been like a first mover and a first actor, the Neil Armstrong of streaming, as he puts it. Has talked about how he is one of the more prolific and greater streamers out there, but now he's also talking about how the games industry is changing and that Ninja is no longer the cutting edge of what a streamer can be or should be. And I think he's right about this because Ninja, along with other people like Shroud and Asmongold and XQC are like the top grossing streamers today, are looking into how the streaming market is moving ahead, and Trink has actually given some valuable information on that. He's already proven to have like very good thoughts about where the gaming and streaming world are going, as he is the CEO in FaZe, and they are talking about how you cannot be successful as an esports organization as a whole or a gaming organization without actually having like content development, media platforms, commercial deals, and all kinds of other things going for them, including merchandise, of course, which FaZe is very well known for. So his thoughts on this were really revealing, and if you want to read the interview, it's of course in the sources below. And we're just going to leave it at that. And I think he's got like a pretty accurate take, but that's just my personal opinion. You guys read it, think whatever you want to think. With a more unfortunate event, Smooya, a very popular gamer for Movistar Riders, a Spanish esports organization, was playing in a match against Nordavind, which is a Norwegian team that has a Danish front called Tenski, and they were playing like a super overtime match. So in Counter-Strike, you play until, first to 16 rounds, and there are also tiebreakers, so you have to win by at least 2 rounds. They were in like their 25th round or something like that, and then apparently Smooya unfortunately disconnected at the very end of that game. The only problem is that his team actually won that round where he thought they might be losing, and now there's a little bit of contention and drama about whether he quit on purpose or he didn't. He said his game crashed, and unfortunately nobody can really know that. But for benefit of the doubt and trying to stay in a positive nature here in 2021, it can happen that your game actually crashes at different points, and that is also what he's saying. That's not the point we want to bring into it. We just wanted to share what happens when such a situation happens. A lot of people will be discussing how bad manners it is, how non-professional it is. He's already apologized to the enemy team. He's also apologized to his own teammates, guessing he must have. So we just wanted to point that out in a situation now showing that sportsmanship is very much alive and well, at least in Counter-Strike. So yeah, this was a very short recap. We didn't have that much news, which is kind of a good thing nowadays since everyone seems to be in lawsuits and stuff like that. If you guys have any suggestions for us, what we should cover, we're also looking into if we do have a short news day like this, if we should add our own news pieces or talk about things that have happened in the past that are interesting. And if you have any suggestions whatsoever, just leave them in the comment section below. We will read them, we will react to them, and we will also decide what we're going to do about them. Do to them. We're not going to do anything to your comments. Just going to read them and understand them. But that's been me, and that's Alan for Downtime Recap. Hope you've had a really good weekend, and hope that this week is kick-ass for you. Have a good one.